Now we are explaining about CPU. Generally, when we see a desktop system, we observe a monitor and CPU. This is the CPU. To this CPU, we power up using the power cable, 230 volts RMS power cable here. That supply will come into this SMPS. We will discuss about that. This is the CPU. Here we can connect the USB connectors, and also here a connection is given for the audio connector, and we have LAN connector, and different types of connectors we mentioned are here, which we already discussed in the theory. Now we will try to discuss about the motherboard. Here, from this SMPS, the DC voltages are coming out, you can see here. Generally on the motherboard we will have a 24 line 20 plus 4 line cable for the power supply. Different voltages indications are given in different wires. Black always indicates the ground, and yellow always indicates the 12 volt supply, and red indicates the 5 volt supply, like that. Here we have, you can observe here, PCI1. It is indicating that this is a PCI expansion slot, and this is PCI Express we are using mainly whenever we want to use any damaged slot. If we want to replace with this, we can use the PCI slot. PCI slot can be powered up by using this 6-pin connector. And here you can see the Molex connector we are giving for the turning on of the fan. This is the BIOS chip. We mentioned about the BIOS. So this is the BIOS. This is a 32 MB memory BIOS chip. Before the operating system comes into action, this BIOS make it sure that for the proper operation, we already discussed the usage of the BIOS. And this is the CMOS battery. North bridge, south bridge we discussed. And here the processor always needs cooling action. For that we connected a fan on the processor. These are some of the components on the motherboard. These are the RAM slots, DIMM1, DIMM2. You can see here only 2 RAM slots are there. We have to carefully, by operating this switch, we have to remove the RAM slots.